Well, thank you so much for staying with us. You are watching Tech Today Show on Science TV, and this show is courtesy of Kenya Society for the Blind. And we are proceeding with our conversation uh, with my guest here. Welcome back. I understand you've been conducting some trainings about online entrepreneurship, and could you share with us some of the other topics that you've talked about in those trainings, or which areas do you go for those trainings?
Thank you. A very nice question. I've been able to learn from the digital platform on how to do online marketing. I've been also able to share with various people about the same. And according to this 21st century, everything now is moving to online. We are almost cooking everything online. So every person, not only the entrepreneurs, not only the farmers, not only the doctors, we all need online platforms. And these online platforms, they help us get even customers or consumers from a wide geographical area. So in the year 2023, I was able to be a trainer of a program that was training farmers on how they can stay digital, how they can Google by their own and make good use of the internet and the smartphone. I was also able to train them on how to do digital marketing and seeking also products that they need, like fertilizers, like which kind of manure they need to use, which kind of seeds they need to use, where to get them, all by themselves on their phones. So that is a training that I was able to carry out in the year 2023. I'm also able to carry out another training around my friends, and I train friends on how they can market their products online. So that is a one-on-one training that I normally do around the residential area.
Okay. Do you normally conduct those trainings in one area, or you move from one place to another?
Like the one I did in 2023, it was required that we train all over Kenya. So I did online trainings to trainers of trainees. I also did trainings that were physical to farmers, and I did them from home because that I could easily get people who could listen to me. I tried in Kajiado, but most people didn't know me. I was still new in Kajiado, and nowadays trusting a stranger has become a tricky story in town. So I decided to go back home where I'm known. I conducted my training, and I had 178 trained farmers who I was training. I also had 36 TOTs.
Wow.
Yeah.
TOTs. What's TOT?
TOTs, trainers of trainees.
Or trainers of trainees.
Yes.
Could be saying TOTs and our viewer doesn't understand, but I think now they have understand. If they hear you say TOTs again, they know it's trainer of
trainees.
Nice. In your audience, or rather the trainees that you were dealing with, did you have any of them who were persons with disabilities?
Yeah, I had a few of them who are persons with disability, and I focused more on TOTs who are persons with disability, because this was an inclusive opportunity. And whenever I get any opportunity that deals with PWDs, I like sharing. I'm not that kind of person who will hear about something and then keep it for myself. Let someone also benefit from the same, or if I can't benefit from that opportunity, then it means my colleague will benefit. So I share widely.
Okay. What does an aspiring entrepreneur with disability need to get started in any opportunity, or rather how do they find such opportunities? Do you recommend some of the opportunities while you are conducting such trainings, or you listen to people's ideas and then you share? What happens normally in those trainings?
For a person living with disability, number one, you have to consider their passion. Like I passionately, I was to be a nurse, but then my sight barred me from being a nurse. And then I also considered technology. I love technology passionately. So one has to consider their passion. Number two, exposure is a good thing that we can do to persons living with disability, because most of us are just kept indoors. After high school, maybe you go back to your home, you sit there, you stay there, you get old there. But when you are exposed, now you can even develop interest in other things. Like now I was passionately into technology, but due to exposure, I also was able to discover that okay, I can do business, and I'm good in business. Like I don't fear coming up with a new idea and exercising it. Does not become my challenge at all. I can venture into every business and I try to see which one is working for me. So for anybody who is outside there and they feel that they can try entrepreneurship, they can try something with online marketing, I will advise them that first and foremost, they be confident enough and they understand that in everything that you do has a positive and negative side. So you do something while you are prepared for both negative and positive.
And in business, you call them rewards and risks.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Great insights there. I was about to ask you what advice would you give to someone with a disability who is considering to start an online business. Although you've talked a little bit about some of the things you would advise, maybe if you have something else to add, you can tell us.
Yeah, I will only advise that they get first the required skill, because again online you cannot just venture into online without skill. Yeah, you need to have the required skill, and then after getting the required skill, you can now venture, and you need to choose which area do you need to categorize your entrepreneurship, because you can't do all things all around.
As you said, someone should consider what they are passionate
their
about.
passion, what you enjoy most will become easy for you, because in as much as there is succeeding, there is also failing. So if you do what you enjoy most, even if you fail, you will get that energy, or you will keep motivating yourself that I can try once more. Yeah.
Now, as we wrap up the show, I'd like to ask you, you said you've been a trainer and you've also been a trainee. So I want you to tell us how these trainings have benefited you, and how the trainings that you've conducted have benefited your audience.
Thank you for a nice question. As a trainee, I have gained much confidence. used not to be a talkative person. I was a silent person. And I know you are laughing because you know it.
Yeah.
So it has helped me to express myself. I used not to know how I can express myself and let people know who I am, what I'm thinking, what I'm able of doing here. So it has helped me to build myself in a positive way. It has also helped me to accept myself that despite of me being having a disability, I can still be someone that people can learn from. I can still be someone that one person from the society can like to emulate. So I like the trainings. I always enjoy, and I don't stop attending the training whenever I find an opportunity, because in one way or another they also help me grow my network, and from the growing of my network I'm able to find find new customers, find new friends who will help me also in marketing, find new referrals. Yeah. And about now being training others, it helps me, one, to keep that which I've learned in me. See, when you learn something and you don't practice and you don't share, it quits, it evaporates from your mind. So it helped me to keep exercising and keep remembering that this is what I learned, this is what I'm supposed to do. And also it helps me find other new opportunities. Yeah, it helps me a lot to find other new opportunities, to engage with other people. Right now I got an opportunity to engage with someone who has been a good friend to me. We've known for a short while, but because I was doing an online marketing and was posted into their group, so she developed an interest. So we are working on something with her, so that she can empower me to empower others.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice. And how do we create awareness for the entrepreneurs with disabilities? How do we do that? Because awareness creation has been something hectic a bit, although we are trying, but we need to know some of the ways we can use to do so.
Yeah, I really like that question, because in as much as we are trying to improve our society, the key thing is awareness. Before we create awareness, we can't expect that things will just happen in the society. We need to create awareness, and some of the ways that I suggest that we create this awareness, let people who are in the ground, wale wako mashinani, let them, at least mimi mwenye nimetoka nje kidogo nimepata exposure, if there was a way maybe we could be funded by maybe the government, the NGOs, to go back now to the society and uplift those people who are just kept indoors in the society, it could be good, because one, I came to learn that people from my background will trust me better than people from other background. In as much as I improve my social media story, in as much as I improve my life within Kajiado County, but people who come from my home county will believe and trust me, because one, they have had a taste of who I was before, and now they have a new taste of me, and most of them will like to be like me, or they will like to be somewhere else. And when we get people from outside the county to go and empower others, it means this county where we are going to empower is not productive. Yeah, because you can't expect a fruit from another tree. Yeah, you expect a fruit from the tree that is within it. Yeah.
You said that and you reminded me of a song that says huwezi subiria embe chini ya mnazi.
Sure.
Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today. And this conversation has shed light on the incredible potential of online entrepreneurship for persons with disabilities. What are your final remarks?
Yeah, my final remarks will be, I first want to appreciate you and your people for offering me this opportunity to come and share, because it has been my longing that one day I will share with the media people, I will share with my community, I will share with Kenya at large on how to improve lives of persons living with disability. In my society, persons living with disability are seen as curses, are seen as, burdens. But then it reached a point where I felt like, no, I should not be a burden to my society. I should not be a burden even to my parents. I started being independent at a very early age because I felt what the society displayed. You get. So it has been my passion that if I get an opportunity, any person who is disabled, whether my cousin, whether my relative, whether my friend, whether my enemy, I always find a way to empower them. I always find a way to encourage them. If they have not yet accepted themselves, I find a way on how I can talk to them, on how I can guide them until they accept themselves. I had looked for an opportunity from one of the Royal Media Services, and still that request is pending, but I thank God that He saw it good that I be here today and share with you, my brothers and sisters outside there.
Nice. And thank you to our audience for tuning in. If you found this conversation valuable, please share it and continue to support inclusive entrepreneurship. So until next time, keep innovative and inspire. Oh yeah, I was about to ask that. How can people find you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on social media, and I'm on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. That's where I'm active. So on Facebook and TikTok, I go by the name Dexter Mercy. Mercy was a name given to me at birth. It has a reason, it has a story behind it. And when I'm done with this journey of life, I'll come back and give you my story. And on YouTube, I go by the name Dorcas Nyaboe. X, I go by the name Dorcas Nyaboe. And on LinkedIn as well, I go by the name Dorcas Nyaboe.
All right. So they can find you there and interact with you more about what you do. This has been Tech Today Show with me, Chris Mololo, and our sign language interpreter has been Wanjangede. Remember, this show is courtesy of the Kenya Society for the Blind. We hope to see you again some other time, and for now, it's goodbye from us.